This is Alex Shamilov with Interviewing New Yorkers, episode 12. Today we're taking a little bit more of a serious stance. Today I'm actually interviewing on gun control. Gun control has been fairly a hot topic recently with even more school shootings and things like San Bernardino, Paris attacks. There's going to be a town hall this Thursday. Anderson Cooper is going to host town hall for Obama, and Obama is going to discuss trying to implement new legislature that's going to limit gun access and a few other policies. So right now I'm headed into Union Square to interview some people on it.
Hey, Jaffe. Hey, I got that cheese macaroni. Cheese macaroni. Cheese macaroni.
Okay, what's your name?
My name's Itamar Stern.
Where are you from, Itamar?
I was born in Tel Aviv, Israel, and I grew up in California.
California, okay. Basically, my question today is, what is your stance on gun control?
All right, my stance on gun control. Here we go. I think this country is in a pretty pathetic place in respect to gun control. I think we're falling behind the more forward-thinking Western countries in this world and the amount of gun violence that happens in our country, and I think it's directly attributable to the NRA's control and lobby in Washington, D.C. and their ability to prevent real gun control legislation, preventing from everyday Americans from thinking and that they need weapons to defend themselves, using weapons recreationally, and then the small percentage that use it for violence. I don't think citizens should have guns. I think that's the military's job to defend us and to protect us. I think the Second Amendment is being gravely misinterpreted, that the U.S. citizens have the right to bear arms. I'm pretty sure when that was written, when the military and the U.S. government was just being built, that meant that the citizens of the country had the right to defend themselves against the military should it be overthrown. We're now not in a position where that would ever happen, and we need to reinterpret the Constitution to protect fellow Americans and prevent guns from getting into the hands of ordinary Americans, because we don't need them, and prevent future gun violence. It's really pathetic and sad.
What's your name?
Tom.
Tom, nice to meet you. My name is Alex, Interviewing New Yorkers. What is your stance on gun control?
I don't think they should take our guns.
Okay.
George Washington said any government that tries to take your guns is an evil government. People have the right to defend themselves from evil people. It's not the guns that kill people, it's the people that kill people. If they take away the guns, people are going to invent other ways to kill each other. You know, you got knives, you got bombs. A gun is just one of those ways. So it's not the gun problem. The problem is the sin. It's a sin problem. People are sinful, and it's in their nature to kill each other.
There should be total gun control. No private citizen should be able to own guns in this world.
There needs to be a lot more gun control than there is now.
Okay, why do you guys think that?
Because fire breeds fire. I mean, look at all these innocent people who get killed because someone was freaked out and fired a gun. You know, you can kill someone by accident. You can't bring them back. There should be no guns in private citizens' hands.
Do you see a lot of gun violence in the U.S.? On the news?
Yeah, I have actually, and I've had one myself back when I was in Ohio. Someone actually showed their gun and took money from me.
For real?
Yeah, for real. So I don't know. I think there should be a law on that.
So that not everybody can have a gun so easily.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Sheila.
Sheila, nice to meet you. What's your stance on gun control, Sheila?
I think they should be taken off the street.
Yeah?
I think anyone needs an AK-47 in their passion.
Right.
Or a Hummer.
Yeah, or a Hummer.
Yeah.
I kind of think we should have the right to have guns, especially with because honestly, we have to protect ourselves.
Right.
Everything. Everyone. Who's to say who's going to protect us?
Do you own a gun?
I don't right now.
So you're wanting to?
Yeah.
All right.
It's out of control, basically. It's like people are overusing it, and they're using guns for something that's not needed. Like, for example, police.
Yeah.
They're overdoing gun control. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you think guns should be limited a little bit?
Definitely.
I think they should just take it completely away.
Right.
shit happen to people too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff that happen to people, victims.
Right.
And I feel like victims should hold guns. But
There's just a daily massacre every year. There's 33,000 gun deaths in this country every year, and every day there's basically a massacre. So obviously something has to be done with it.
Right. There isn't really other ways to cause like an easy massacre besides with the gun, right? You're not gonna. Not everybody can have access to dynamite or things like.
Knife is not going to kill a lot.
Knife is not gonna. You can't like go around stabbing as many people as you can shoot.
Not even a sword will kill as many as an AK-47.
Right.
The government is trying to do as far as like limit the use or the accessibility of guns. It's kind of like ass backwards. Only because if you eliminate the general population from getting guns, the black market for it explodes.
I'm not really sure what's going on here, but there's a truck selling all kind of marijuana stuff. Why do you think then politicians are trying to push this gun control?
I think it's just a quick, easy solution. I feel politicians they're not standing in the forefront for us until something happens like in their district, right? So now they're like, oh, the streets are crying blood, the public is crying for blood. What's the quick solution? Quick solution is, all right, what caused the tragedy? A gun, take away the gun. They're not looking at the downside or the negative side. So instead of them thinking out the process, what they should do is put stronger laws on the bullets, put stronger laws on the thing that actually needs to have in the gun to make the killing. Gun's not nothing. A gun is not worth a damn if you don't have bullets to fire at people. I gotta go.
All right, thanks, man. What I was looking to get out of this show today was just to get a public opinion, get a consensus. So basically, if you're for gun control, why? If you're not for gun control, again, you have to explain yourself, why. One of the interesting ones, where I guess was from a person who was not a New Yorker.
My name is Arpan.
Where are you from?
From Australia.
But how he experienced an armed robbery in Ohio. That was actually very surprising to hear, but he had a personal experience, and I think these are the things that make this legislature eventually. Not a lot of it is theory, it's predominantly like a cause and effect. For gun change to occur, it's not going to be just one state. You can't just lean this on one state. You can't leave this just on certain legislature. It's going to be something that's going to involve the country as a whole to want to make that effort. And if you have a country divided, that's not, one is agreeing and one is not, there's no solution to that. And right now I feel like that's where it stands. If there was some kind of measures to be taken, I would prefer to see 80 to 20, you can't please everyone, but I do think that if there was a measure that majority of people agreed with, gun owners and non-gun owners, I think that's when you have a solution. And I'm not sure if we're there yet. If you want to see me asking a question, email me, interviewingnewyorkers@gmail.com, and I'll be sure to pick it up and answer. If you could, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, share the video with somebody. Until then, stay trending. Thanks, Chuck. I appreciate it. All right, later.
What's your film?
Interviewing New York. It's called Interviewing New Yorkers.
Cheese macaroni, got that cheese macaroni, cream cheese macaroni, cheese macaroni, cheese.